Hey guys, CityScapes here, and welcome back to episode 37 of Verville. Here in these few opening cinematic clips, you can see what we built in the last episode. We revamped this older farmland slash suburb area. Actually, we didn't get to the suburb area yet, but we put a lot of effort in detailing along the train line as well as the surrounding landscape. We also completely dismantled the older train station that was sitting here because I wasn't really satisfied with the look of it, and I really want the train stations to look very nice for the POV rides. And yeah, so we put down the whole rail layout, which was a necessary groundwork for today's episode. And today we are moving to the train station over here. So as you can see, I already did some groundwork again. I placed down the necessary pedestrian path for the train station, just to get a general idea where I wanted to direct the commuter flow, the pedestrian flow. And I decided to have only one pretty big underpass, or however you want to call it, because making functioning underpasses for train station is a really big pain. I really didn't want to do more than one, and so I decided to build one over here, around here. And yeah, I did that already here because I always have a lot of issues in getting these station tracks and pedestrian path to work properly. So this took me quite some time to get it right, but seems to work like that right now. So I basically just covered all the station platforms in this pedestrian path, and later on I can just connect other pedestrian path or streets to the nodes here and here and here and so on. So this should work pretty well. For those who are interested in how to get these pedestrian path and station tracks to work properly, I can show that very, very quick and dirty, like that. The thing is, you should build it in a raised fashion first, like that, and then you have to move to the nodes where the station tracks end. And then you have to press the down button again and again and again, until you can see that it's on level 0. And as soon as it's on level 0, like that, you can click, and when we have a closer look, we can see that these pedestrian paths, they have this strange cut here and the little pavement stain like that, and that means that it's connected properly. Later on we can convert it to an invisible path, and you can't see any of these abominations here. For the cinematics for the last episode, I also already put down some train props, just that it looks, just so it looks a bit busier already. Please keep in mind that in the end of today's episode, this whole area here is still heavily work in progress. I completely finished the train station, I have to say that, but around here you can still see a lot of construction sites, and it's far from being completely finished. I will also start to build some buildings over here already, just to incorporate the pedestrian underpath properly into today's episode and the whole build. But I did not delete the rest of the suburb here yet. This should be done in episode 38, so in the following episode. I admit that I, as usual, got carried away a little bit, so I also already plopped down some buildings over here and over here, just to get a general idea how this whole area should look like. I'm actually not quite sure why I said in the last episode that we're gonna call this new suburb Goldau instead of Art Goldau. I think it has something to do with me not wanting to name something exactly like a real life place to justify the fact that it's not looking exactly the same. But yeah, that was pretty dumb. We're just gonna call it Art Goldau like in real life. It's pretty nice, and it looks really nice on the station nameplate, or however you're gonna call this. And yeah, so the last thing I want to do before I'm gonna leave you with the rest of the time-lapse footage is I want to show you the place in real life, of course. So Art Goldau is pretty nicely located between the very famous Rigi mountain and another mountain on the other side. I have no clue how this guy is called. And it is kind of separated in two different villages. We have Goldau, which is the upper part where the train station is, and I assume most of the people live there, and the lower part, which is Art, and that part of the village lies right next to the Lake of Zug. And yeah, I'm trying to capture the whole vibe of this area here. Spoiler alert, I will build the Rigi mountain like I said in the last episode already, and now you also saw it on Google Earth a bit. So stay tuned for that, that's gonna be really cool. And for the next episode, we will take that idea of two separate villages. The lower part, which is Art, I will also build that a little bit further down, right next to the lake. And Goldau, which is surrounding the train station. So this idea will find its way to City Skylines too. As for the train station, I was just lazy and took the Google Earth shots from the last episode. It is still a fork station, two different lines come together here, and both of them lead to the Gotthard mountain region, which we will also build further down the line. And last but not least, a close-up from the train station building, because I really liked how this building looked like it has been clipped together from two different or three different buildings in real life as well. And I put a lot of effort in recreating this particular building as accurate as I possibly could. Okay, so I think this is it for now. I'm going to leave you with the rest of the time-lapse, and I will talk back to you in the end of the video. And if you are one of the people that don't really like uncommented time-lapse sequences, I made the effort to create these video chapters, so you can just skip the time-lapse part and jump to the part where I talk again, or even the closing cinematics. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the build process. Talk to you later. Alright guys, so here I am again, which means that we are already closing in on today's episode from Verville. I really hope you enjoyed this very extensive train station build. I recently ran a poll here on YouTube in the community section, and around 60% preferred a little bit more thorough time lapses instead of longer live gameplays, which is a bit unfortunate. I kind of hoped you enjoyed these live gameplay sections as well, but the YouTube statistics, they don't lie. I can see that a lot of people are tuning away in the live section in the end of the video, so I'm probably not gonna do that anymore. Yeah, and for my videos in general, I try really hard to not exceed the 20 minutes mark, but the problem is these time lapses are sped up 6 times. So 20 minutes would result in around 2 hours build time, and it's absolutely impossible to build anything in 2 hours with this level of detail I'm going for here. I mean, we basically built only a train station, a detailed train station, and the video is still 26 or almost 27 minutes long. And I didn't record any second attempts on anything, or almost none. So yeah, long story short, it's just I'm still trying to figure out how I should proceed with my video style, with my YouTube videos in general, the channel in general, because in summer I won't be a student anymore. I will hopefully pass all my exams and the bachelor thesis. And to be totally honest with you, I am not quite sure what I should do afterwards. I have a lot of ideas for jobs or internships or whatnot, but I'm kind of figuring that out in these days. So not quite sure where this channel will be in autumn, for instance. And that's kind of also the reason why I try to really streamline this whole hobby and make it as efficient as possible, especially the video aspect of it, because obviously I do this whole thing here mainly because I just love playing the game. I love playing City Skylines. It's I don't know, it's just so much fun for me. But I still wanna show a lot of people what I do here and the result of all this time spent in game. So yeah, but I digress already again. I actually just wanted to say thank you very much for watching today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to see you next time again. I want to thank my 3 patrons, Jason, James and Han. You are awesome guys. And if you want to see more of Verville or the Citadel as well, don't forget about the Citadel. Follow me on Instagram, I post screenshots over there. But on Discord it's pretty cool, I post a lot of sneak peeks there. So yeah, Discord is the place to be, I would say. But yeah, that's been it. Signing off here. See you next time guys.
Thank you.